So, a little while ago, I said I wanted to make a Q&A video because that was originally going to be episode 50, but then I came up with a different idea for episode 50, and despite that, I still wanted to make a Q&A video. So, I made a stupid little mediocre video saying I want questions, and I got a bunch of questions. Here we are. I'll probably do more of these in the future if I get a couple more subscribers, but for now, what I have is good enough for a C-tier Q&A video. So, I have 15 questions here, and I'm gonna answer all of them because I only have 15 questions. Alright, so in no particular order, let's start with the first question. Do you ever plan on collaborating ever again? Now, to give you the short answer, not at the minute, no. To give you the long answer, maybe someday. The only collab on this channel, the collab with Mega Master XY, was actually just an idea I had one day as sort of a, man, this would be cool if it ever happened. I actually found his channel through my Nintendo video. I wanted to see what the common consensus on the Switch's online was, and I found his video on it. I really liked it, I subscribed, and that was that for a while. Now, I'm not sure if it was because I subscribed to him or not that started this whole thing, but a long time later, I realized that he had commented on my Flash Games video, and it was around that time he started following me on Twitter. I followed him back, we interacted with each other on Twitter, we liked each other's stuff, and I gave him the greatest gaming treasure of our time for him to review on stream. This was when I thought it would be a cool idea if we did a video together, because I feel we'd work well together in a video. At the start of February, I very nervously asked him if he'd be down to make one, and he said yes. And after a few months, we made our epic collaboration video, and I'm still very proud of the video and how it turned out, as it pretty much turned out the exact way I wanted it to. Now, what does that have to do with future collaborations? Well, here's the thing. I'm not really close enough friends with any other YouTube people. Yeah, Mr. XY is like really the only YouTube guy I know who also still uploads regularly. Like I said though, I'm open to knowing more YouTube people, and if I feel that we know each other enough, then I'll suggest a collab at some point. I'd also be fine with somebody asking me to be in a video, but considering the amount of subs I have, that's a really cool hypothetical. Also, even if I were to do another video with Mega Master XY, which, I mean, could happen, I just don't know what it would be about. Like, I don't really know any other Pokemon-related things to talk about, other than more mysteries, I guess, or creepypastas or something. And even outside of the Pokemon-related topics, I can't really think of anything that would work as well as the Pokemon Mysteries video did. So yeah, I'm open to the idea of doing more collabs, I just have no plans at the moment. Anyway, moving on, I said in my Q&A announcement video that you could ask multiple questions in one comment if you wanted, because I wanted to make sure this video has as many questions for me to answer as possible. So that means that this next comment is a 2-for-1. First up, what is your opinion on reproduction cartridges? I mean, I'm personally fine with them. I'm a really big fan of game preservation, and companies like Limited Run releasing old games like Shantae and stuff like that, I think is great. Although I kind of wish they weren't as limited as they are. I'm assuming Limited Run and companies like that are like officially endorsed by the original companies. When it comes to unofficial reproduction carts and stuff like that, I really don't see much of a difference between those and just regular pirated copies, and at that point I'd rather just emulate, because either way, the original creator isn't seeing a profit anymore because they aren't selling the game anymore. Like, for example, reproduction carts of NWC to me aren't really any different in terms of morality than emulating, because either way, Nintendo isn't seeing a profit. Either way though, no matter what, it's still game preservation, and in my opinion, that takes full priority, especially when the company doesn't give a shit, because games need to be preserved. Period. Anyway, the second question in this comment is, milk first then cereal, or other way around? Well, for me, it's actually both. Wait, what? Yeah, okay, so when I wake up and make myself cereal, I usually pour the cereal first and then the milk. Even though it probably makes no difference, I just prefer it that way. However, sometimes, and I really mean sometimes, when there's still milk in the bowl and I want more cereal, I'll just grab the box and then pour a little bit more in. So yeah, I've done both, but if I have the choice, I prefer cereal first. What did you think of Sonic Central? Okay, so contrary to every press conference response video I've made, I actually had more than one thing to fanboy over when it comes to this. had two things. Yeah, the two things I was really happy to see were the Sonic Colors remaster, as well as whatever the hell this classic Sonic re-release thing is. First, I just like the Sonic Colors Ultimate announcement because now this game won't be stranded on the Wii anymore, jacking up in price because of that. And as a bonus, this one looks a lot better, don't at me. As for the Sonic Originals, yeah, I like this. Okay, so there's two things I like about this. First of all, the widescreen versions of these games will no longer be stranded on a fucking cell phone of all places. Two, they're finally re-releasing Sonic 3 after not doing it for like 15 years. I never really understood why Sega never let Kristen Whitehead remaster Sonic 3, considering they already released the game on Steam, so obviously there isn't any kind of legal trouble with the game. But even if there was legal trouble, and this was just some sort of fluke, first of all, that's stupid. How the hell do you not have the rights to your own music that you had commissioned for you? But second of all, I guess I'm glad that Sega remembered they're a multi-million-dollar company. Anyway, yeah, I'm happy about this. I personally really like the classic Sonic games, mainly because I got over that dreaded Sega learning curve. Not exactly sure why they keep showing Sonic 3 and Knuckles at 4x3 though, even though it's confirmed to run in HD. As for the rest of the Sonic Central presentation, to be honest, I just kind of skimmed through the whole thing, so I don't really remember much of anything else. I mean, there's this teaser thing at the end that was cryptic or whatever. Also, I don't know why Roger Craig Smith is here. Last I remembered, he's no longer Sonic, and I was kind of expecting, like, with a new voice actor for Sonic to be in here. Did I miss something? Is Roger still Sonic? Did he, like, go back on what he said? My Twitter feed looks like this, so I don't really get informed on news. Why do you make such good videos? I don't know. I just feel like it, I guess. Are you interested in making any other type of channel/content, like vlogging, memes, reactions, or gaming? Alright, so let's tackle this in order. Now, I'm not exactly sure what I would vlog, and I'm not exactly sure who would want to watch that, but yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to vlog sometime down the line. What's up, Drama Alert Nation? I'm here at the boardwalk and I'm gonna go harass some people. Welcome to Cute Win Fail. Alright, it turns out doing that will get you arrested. Meme content. I assume you mean content like Dull and Dark or YouTube poops. Now, I'm not sure how many of you know this, but I used to have a different channel that I uploaded regularly on. It was called Kaizir Kid, because cringe, but I've since changed it to Kaizir Extras and just left it in purgatory. It's only still around because I went through this phase of making YouTube poops, and those got crazy amounts of views for some reason, and I don't want to take away those videos from the people who still watch them. But, you know, instead of making a possible career out of this, I just decided to pursue whatever the hell this channel is and created Kaizir. Actually, I think I know why. It's because when I made other YouTube poops, nobody watched those. For some reason, my one YouTube poop went viral, and that's it. Now, I might revive this channel for the purposes of what you're talking about, but because of those shitty YouTube poops on that channel, it has more subscribers than this channel. So it'd be really awkward to just upload my extra stuff to the channel that has more subscribers. Anyway, I think that was a really elaborate and stupid way of saying I don't really want to make any sort of meme content anymore. Same with reaction videos, as in I didn't make reaction videos, I'm just not really interested in making reaction videos. Aside from maybe one of those like Discord videos where a group of friends on Discord just fuck around on the internet and laugh at stupid things they find. As for gaming, I'm assuming you're talking about Let's Plays, because contrary to popular belief, I haven't given up on gaming-related content. Yeah, I'm willing to do more Let's Plays. Again, on my previous channel, I used to make Let's Plays that were terrible, but it was more of a regular thing there. And I have released a couple of Let's Plays on this channel, too, that were also terrible. I haven't uploaded one in a while, but I have recorded and edited a Portal Let's Play that I haven't uploaded because I don't know why exactly. I feel like if I were to get back into unscripted gaming stuff, it would either be put on a second channel or I would stream it. And I wouldn't mind getting into streaming. It's just that my internet isn't that good and I don't really know how to stream PC games. I only really know how to stream PlayStation stuff because of its media recording features. So yeah, conclusion, I would be down with doing vlogs and unscripted content or anything like that, but if I did, I would leave that to a different channel. What is your favorite game? My favorite game for the past 10 years has been Super Mario Galaxy 2. I haven't analyzed the game to death, so I can't exactly tell you why I love this game so much, but if I were to guess, it's a combination of great level design, great pacing, and nostalgia. I can play that game for hours and not get bored. The last time I played it, I started at the beginning of the game and ended when I got to World 6, and I had 99 lives before World 5. I love Galaxy 2. Not so much Galaxy 1, I'm not exactly sure. However, you may have noticed that I said my favorite game for the past 10 years. Now, Galaxy 2 is still my favorite game, but one game that has gotten shockingly close that I did not expect to go anywhere near favorite game status was Half-Life Alyx. I love Half-Life Alyx, and that game has single-handedly proven to me that a game can become one of the best I've ever played without nostalgia being a factor. I would say that's number 2 or 3 or something on my list, but whenever I have the opportunity to play it, hell yeah, man. What also adds to my love of the game are all the mods. I love the base game, but letting players go wild with a level creation tool satisfies their itch for game design and my itch for more game. Some other of my favorite games include Minecraft, Uncharted 4, Portal 2, Burnout Paradise, and Five Nights at Freddy's VR with the DLC. I like some of those because of the game's quality, and I like some of those because it's good comfort food. But my favorite of all time is still Super Mario Galaxy 2. What is the game you've played the most? Contrary to what some people might think, favorite games and most played games are never usually the same. Or maybe that's just a me thing. Now, unfortunately, I don't know the exact answer. If I were to make an educated guess, I'd probably say it's Burnout Paradise. That was the first game I've ever played, and I still haven't gotten sick of playing it. Even if I start over, it's just non-stop fun. And I mean, like, other games I've loved are non-stop fun, but like, Burnout Paradise has also been the game I've owned for the longest. Another game I've played a ton back in the day, aside from the Galaxy games, is New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Mainly because back in the day my library was small and those games are really fun. At least to a child version of myself. And looking at the highest hours I have logged on my Steam account that aren't games my siblings play because they also use my Steam account is Portal 2. Portal 2 is the game I have the most hours logged into on Steam. Probably because I liked playing and making custom test chambers, as well as replaying the base game a bunch. Nothing really comes close to that aside from Portal 1. By the way, I haven't played Half-Life 1 for 40 hours. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh, and also Half-Life Alyx. I play that game on my dad's computer because his PC is powerful enough to run it, so the game's on his Steam account. So yeah, too long didn't read. I think Burnout Paradise is the game I've played for the longest amount of time throughout my life, and the games I have the most hours logged into on Steam that are actually me are Portal 2 and Half-Life Alyx. 2 people actually asked this question, so I hope this was good enough for both of you guys. When are you going to start reviewing more first-person shooters? Well, when is a pretty strong word there. I'm kidding. I don't care. Yeah, so I don't know for certain when I'm going to start reviewing more FPS games, but I certainly have some ideas. I really want to cover the Half-Life games at some point, especially Half-Life Alyx, but I haven't even finished Half-Life 2 yet, so don't expect that anytime soon. I realized when I was thinking about this question that when I'm playing shooters, I'm more into playing the third-person variety rather than the first-person variety, so I might as well mention those as well. I also really want to do videos on the Uncharted games, like super long, in-depth ones. I've also been playing a lot of Days Gone recently, and let me just tell you, that game is very much filling the hole that The Last of Us 2 left in me. I'm really enjoying Days Gone, so there is a possibility that I do a video on that. Keep in mind though, these are just ideas, not confirmations of anything. I just really want to do these videos. No guarantees though. The next question asked was, are you going to make a Steam group sometime soon? The answer to that is no, and while I'm at it, no Discord for a good long while either. There are 2 reasons for that. Number 1, I don't feel like I'm popular enough to have a well-populated group of fans doing whatever fans do on Steam groups or Discords. 2, I'm not exactly sure how to set up like a Discord or a Steam group and what to do to keep it active and maintain it and all that. I could certainly learn, but because of reason 1, I don't really feel like it's necessary to learn right now. Also, the third reason, this mainly pertains to the Steam group thing. I don't really know what Steam groups are or what they do, so yeah, I probably said something really stupid there, but yeah, whatever. What new vids you think to make? I think they're trying to ask what new videos I'm making right now. The next Tailstall video is in very, very early production. It's either going to be a remake of the first video or a video on a different pasta, assuming I find one. Or maybe it'll be like reviewing Tailstall videos from YouTube. Who knows? I have 3 ideas I'm currently like sitting on right now. I'm also working on a Kaizir tier list video, just because I want an excuse to talk about why I hate my old videos so much. Oh, also I'm still scripting the Five Nights at Freddy's re-review. What was the first time you had an existential crisis? I know this is probably a joke, but I actually have 2 answers for this. The first time I had an existential crisis was the first time I finished BoJack. Not the whole series, but every time like I finished a season. So 4 times I guess, because when I watched the series for the first time, there are 3 seasons. So when I finished those 3 seasons, that was my first existential crisis. It wasn't huge. I didn't question my life. I was just kind of floored for a bit, I guess. I don't really know what the proper term would be. I was blankly staring and thinking a lot, I guess. And the last time I had a sort of existential crisis was actually a couple weeks ago. I was watching Internet Common Etiquette with my mom. Yeah, don't ask. And I looked through my subscription list to see how many funny people I watch, only to realize I don't watch a ton of funny people. And then I realized that I wasn't really that funny at all, because I don't watch a lot of funny people, and I wish I watched more funny people, but it's so insanely hard to find new YouTubers you're into. I have no idea why that got to me so much, but I'd say that kind of counts. What is your take on the universe right now? Again, probably a joke, but fuck it. I love space. I love learning about space. I love learning about what people do in space and all that neato nerd shit. My take on the universe right now is that I hope someday some intelligent life that exists somewhere out there invents light speed travel before us, and also just so happens to come to our planet to share that info. Hopefully we won't kill them if that ever happens, but knowing America, well, at least we'll know what alien blood looks like. Also, someday I hope I can go to Venus to see if there's 13 mice up there, and if there aren't, I'm gonna put them up there myself, damn it. What kind of games do you play? Well, I'll play anything as long as I think it's fun. However, the genres I tend to gravitate to are platformers, 2D and 3D, puzzle games, and third-person shooters. Although, like I said, I'm open to anything. This year I've been playing a lot of games that are outside of my comfort zone and really liking them. I played through the Spider-Man games, and I'm currently playing through Days Gone, which are open world. I beat Amnesia a couple months ago, despite me not really being into horror, and I really enjoyed my time with the Fractured Butthole, despite not really liking RPGs that much. And that's all of the questions I got. If you have any other questions that are not in this video, feel free to ask them, as this was fun and I might do it again sometime. However, I would recommend you tweet them to me instead of leaving them in the comments. That way I can get a better collage of questions for the next video, and my newest videos aren't flooded with questions and nothing related to the actual video. Oh, wait a minute, I think I missed a question here. How tall are you? 1,579 pixels.